Don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell, then click all. Thanks. Hi everyone, welcome back. And in this video, I am here to tell you about my new little nail injury that I did. It's not a really big deal one, but I thought maybe we would just follow along and see how everything turns out and how it heals. Today's January 15th, Friday, and I just uploaded the video on how to do these confetti looking nails. So if you haven't seen the video, you can follow the arrow and watch it. I did these nails December 22nd. And then the day after Christmas, we went to our cabin, which was December 26th, and I was carrying things in from the truck into the cabin, and I picked up something. I can't really remember exactly what it was, but it was really heavy, and it kind of bent my nail back, okay? It kind of bent it back, and it really hurt extremely bad, and I just dropped whatever I was trying to lift out of the back seat. And I grabbed my nail and started squeezing it because it hurt really bad. So you can see here, this is how it got bent up right there. Just got bent right up. And when I was holding my nail and squeezing down on it, I was like doing that, squeezing down on it. I was actually afraid to look at it because I thought, well, you know, maybe it's bleeding, maybe it's cracked. But when I looked at it, there was nothing there. There was no cracks. There was no blood. There was no nothing. It just hurt like super bad. And all weekend long, it just felt bruised. And into the next week, you know, it hurt. But, you know, I couldn't see anything because I have this nail enhancement on here. So what I want to do is I want to remove this nail enhancement. And we're going to take a look at it and see what it looks like, because I do think that my nail is lifting off. Now, when I noticed that it looked like it was detached, it didn't hurt or anything under there when you know, it was pushed backwards or upwards, whatever you want to call it, my nail, when it actually happened. I couldn't tell that it was lifted off then, and I don't really think it was then. So I was inspecting my nails and looking underneath them. You know how you do that. You check them to see if they're clean. Everything looks good. And I started looking at my nail here. This is my ring finger, the one that I injured. And I was like, oh my goodness. I said, this don't look right. I said, I could see splinter hemorrhages in there. You can see them, those little black dots. And I was like, is my nail lifting off of the nail bed? And I saw this like January 14th, which was Thursday. Today is actually the 15th when I uploaded the video on how I did these nails. So yeah, excuse the fuzz. I should have cleaned my nail out before I did this video, but I didn't. So it is what it is. So anyway, so I noticed that it was lifted off the nail bed, and I was like, wow, how could that be doing that? Because it didn't hurt. I didn't feel anything, you know. And it's been since December 26th, and today is the 15th. So what is that going to be? What, 3 weeks on Saturday since the injury? So it must have just kind of lifted off without any feeling or anything. Okay, to file off my nail, I am going to be using my Melody Susie dust fan and the file that goes with it. And if you want to see that review, you can follow the arrow and watch it. The only other time that I had my nail lift from the nail plate at the free edge was when I injured my thumb. Now, I injured my thumb 2 different times. And yeah, that's the only time I remember. It took a long time for it to heal back up, but I used tea tree oil and it did heal back up, and now it's perfectly normal. I have a playlist of all my nail injuries. I'll link it up above. If you want to follow the arrow, you can watch that. Now, this nail's lifting too off the nail plate from the free edge, as I showed you. And really what that becomes is onycholysis or onycholysis. That's what they call it when the nail plate lifts away from the nail bed, and it's usually caused by trauma. There are a few other things that cause it too, but it is not nail fungus, okay? And I have a quick video of a dermatologist that's on YouTube, and he has a really short video that touches on onycholysis for you. If you want to watch that, you can follow the arrow and it will be up there for you to watch. When my last nail detached from the nail bed, I used tea tree oil to help it reattach itself and to stay clean and dry. And it did. It reattached itself. And I had people write me in the comments and say, oh, that's ridiculous. That doesn't happen. And you know what? This doctor, this dermatologist in this video says it will and says it does. So you can watch that video. Mine reattached itself and it's perfect now on my last injury on my thumb. All right, I'm going to go ahead and finish filing this off and I'll be back to show you what it looks like. So that is definitely detached in the center here. You can see that. You can also see a couple black spots on the nail where it was injured. And see, it goes down, down, and then it comes back up and then it's reattached over here. So it's basically in the center of the nail. And yeah, that definitely looks like onycholysis to me. See that little black spot? Again, that's a splinter hemorrhage. But my nail is in good shape and I'm not going to trim it. I decided that I'm just going to give it a hard gel overlay and just watch it, keep it clear with nothing on the nail so that I can see how it's healing. And I'm going to be applying tea tree oil on it twice a day. And hopefully I will have success like I did with my thumb. So it's not as bad as I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be lifted even more, but this isn't really that bad. So the overlay is all done. I cleaned off the tacky layer and now I just want to take a fine buffer and just buff off the shine because I like to wear my overlays matte. And then we'll take a look at it and see what it looks like from here and apply some tea tree oil. This is the finished overlay. I'm satisfied with it and the structure looks really nice. The apex looks good, so I'm satisfied. Now I'm just going to apply cuticle oil and then I'm going to rub it in and let you see the nail plate. You can see things a little bit better. You can see the splinter hemorrhages a lot better. Those are just, splinter hemorrhages are just little blood splinters from the nail injury. And now I'm taking a Q-tip, dipping it into the tea tree oil, and I'm going to put it underneath the nail, and I'm going to make sure that it can seep way underneath where that lift is so that it gets down in there. And I want to keep this clean and dry as I can keep it. So if I have to wear gloves, I'm going to wear gloves to do dishes. Okay, so I'm going to come back a week from today. Today's the 15th of January. So I'm going to come back Friday, January 22nd, and I'm going to show you what it looks like and you can see how it's progressing. And that's it. Thank you so much for watching and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.